Do you want to do like a little warm up? Let the sillies out.
Yeah. We're just gonna talk now and.
Oh, I meant like scream therapy. Like,
Oh sure. My neighbor's gonna be like, there goes the orgy again.
That's what you're fucking.
There's the fucking there's the weird orgy. So, I have something to tell you.
Yeah, what do you want to tell me?
So, remember when we went to? Oh wait, were you at karaoke on Sunday?
No, it was
Right, sorry, yeah.
But...
Yeah, fuck. Oh, that was the day after High Slay.
Yeah.
When Rachel was on ketamine, yeah.
Well, she's a horse, so it's not really a drug for her. It's just like a sleeping pill.
Yeah, she has a horse cock. You know, it'd be funny. It wouldn't surprise me. Not if you had a cock, but like it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if like Rachel like eventually. Have you dated anyone before?
No.
Aww.
I've been on dates, but I've never dated.
I feel like you're in a relationship with two faggoty drag queens.
Yeah, no, seriously.
So it's cute that your first is like a throuple moment.
You know what wouldn't surprise me though? It wouldn't surprise me if like one of the first times she started like, you know, hooking up with a guy, whatever, she pulls out like this huge strap on and she's like
That's how this works, right?
and she's like, you're ready. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't surprise me. Like it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, like if you need to practice on me, let me know. I've taken a few. Never strap on though. No, never strap on.
Would you? I would.
Like, what's the point?
A penis extender, maybe.
A penis extender.
What if you had a really small penis?
And you put another dick on top of it.
Put another dick. Like there's like, you know what? Actually, that
Like a hat.
Like a hat. Like a fun party hat.
Have you seen
but
those?
like-
Have you seen the penis hoodies?
No.
There's like this whole like. I got an ad for like penis hoodies, like, and it's like their content is like their girlfriend surprising them, and then he like opens a box and like, it's like a hoodie you put on the penis and like the hood goes over the head, and
That's fashion.
for your dick.
That's
yeah.
fashion.
Why not? Yeah.
Does it come with like a tuxedo too? Like there could be like a tuxedo one for the dick.
I assume they'll be like expanding the
puppets?
collection soon.
That's what we should do.
Spring summer 23.
We should do that.
We have swimsuits.
Our merch.
Bikinis. Perfect. Oh my god. Wow. Our next business venture is all sorted out.
I want
Bikinis.
to do jocks and thongs. Like Saltina jocks and Saltina thongs. I think that would be hot.
I dig that. It's funny that you mentioned that because earlier in yoga today, I was getting changed. I was
Yeah.
putting on my jock strap because when I work out, I always wear a
you're a
jock
whore,
strap.
yeah.
No, that's the point that I'm trying to get to is that like I feel like jock straps are like, you know, like people associated with like gay boys,
Yeah.
you know, having their like as like a fetish underwear or something like that. First off, they're comfy as fuck.
Honestly,
But, like,
they are.
But more straight men should wear jock straps because when you go do a workout, they keep your family all tight in the right places. The straps actually help instead of, you know,
family.
so yeah, your family jewels. So you're not, the kids aren't bouncing around as much. And it's more breathable. Yeah. So do you not think more straight people should like be open to jock straps? I made a post on Instagram a year ago, and
I think straight men should wear thongs.
yeah. Okay.
For
Well,
me.
I mean, that's pretty
For my
fucking.
pleasure.
That's pretty fucking gay.
That's pretty fucking gay.
No, I think straight people can wear whatever they want. Gay people can wear whatever they want. Trans people can wear whatever they want, and we shouldn't like, you know, read into it too much. But like functionality wise, jock straps are like really amazing for a workout.
They
Working
are,
out.
they are,
Why do you think it's called a jock? The high school jock refuses to wear a jock.
That's true.
You know, he graduates high school. He's like,
We did claim jocks though. We absolutely claimed them. Gay
I'm
people, they
only-
were like, yeah,
I'm
those are
only-
mine. Those are mine now.
Yeah, you can't have that. You guys have everything.
Well, actually,
You have Fast and the Furious. We have jock straps.
That's not, yeah. They're like, you guys have Ellen and jocks, you're fine. But you know,
Ellen?
Yeah, degenerates.
She's a lesbian. That's not for. Well, I mean, like, I feel like the show is for straights for sure.
Oh, it's definitely catered for the straights.
Yeah. It's surprising, like
She got
how
canceled.
successful she. Yeah. I who cares? I don't want to get into that, but it's surprising how fucking popular she was for a lesbo. Let's be honest. Like, I didn't see that coming from like the '90s, you know. But
I didn't either. No.
But there was a lot of controversy. She.
Controversy.
Let's be honest. There was some controversy about Ellen's beginning of her career when she first came out. It was like a big fucking deal.
Yeah, it was
and like I
huge.
think networks dropped her and stuff. And then like
she had a show and they canceled it.
right, yeah. And then
I don't know the actual truth.
and then everyone started loving the gays, and now like and now the people who didn't like us are just they're just louder about it now.
Yeah,
I don't think they were loving
there's
us.
less of them, but they're louder.
Yeah.
Because they think that they can just say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, that's what we need to like remind ourselves. I when I arrived to the gig the other day, like heavily breathing, I think I told you a little bit about
Why'd you
that
run
story.
to it? Why'd you run to the gig?
Took me forever to get here. Sorry. So I'm in the cab, and some guy. You were there, Rachel. Yeah, we're in the cab.
Yeah,
and,
she was the one who did it.
I'm so stupid. I probably believed that for a second. Oh my god, it was you. So we're like driving in the cab. I'm in the back seat.
Yeah.
We're like kicking, having a good time. And then all of a sudden you hear like, oh, faggot. And when I hear faggot now, I just assume that it's like a friend being like, hey, faggot.
Well, like, literally, because that's what we do.
So like responded like, I'm like, hey, faggot. And then I like realized like, and then he's like, yeah, I fucking hate the ABC community, blah, blah. I'm like, we hate you. And we just started like going at it and stuff. And then I like realized like,
Then he started sucking your dick.
that's probably what he wants to do.
Yeah.
You know, like that's usually what it boils down to. It usually comes down to just they want our cum.
No, but honestly, but yeah, honestly, it does suck when things like that happen. Like there's been a few cases on my end where that has happened, but not like no one's ever like called me that like out in public like as I've been doing drag.
Really?
I mean, I do look a little scary in drag.
Yeah. You look like you could beat him up.
Yeah.
I look
And
like I
will.
could give them like a hairstyle.
I
When your
wish.
drag's like kind of like tough looking and stuff, and you can
Yeah.
your arms are exposed and you see the guns and stuff. I'm like
These
toppling
guns?
over my heels.
Look over there.
Oh, I think they're that way.
Where's the thing at convention? Oh my god. So okay, so I was heading back from karaoke, right? With
What's that?
where people with talent. Gosh, I'm just kidding. A lot of
that's
people
actually
didn't
where,
have
like-
talent there.
I do love that about a karaoke night. Like I think there needs to be like this balance of like good singers, like just so it's like not a complete mess circus the whole time. But then like my favorite
Well-
people at karaoke are like the ones who will come
Like
up
go
there.
up and just like fucking do it.
They just do it. I'm
Well,
like with the
Jenna-
delusion. You should start drag. Like get
Jenna
up on
and
stage.
we got up there. We did "Save a Horse" by Big and Rich.
Is that the
And-
artist?
Yeah, Big and
okay,
Rich,
yeah.
I think. Rich and Big Horse, Rich, I don't know.
Okay.
Something about a horse and being rich. So the new Beyonce album. Something about that. So we go up and I have a drink in my hand, obviously. Jenna has a drink in her hand, obviously.
Obviously.
And we just start going at it. But honestly, I learned that my deep voice while singing is actually
So
really
it's a
good.
Justin White voice.
It's good.
It
It's
is?
fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like it
Yeah.
wasn't like cracky or anything.
Really?
Because if I go up like that, I'm like really cracky. But I go down here. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Oh my god.
It's
should
nice.
Should we sing our country song?
Suck
my dick in the morning. Suck my dick in the morning. Suck my dick in the afternoon. Suck my dick in the evening.
Cut my
Suck
balls.
that midnight
Yeah.
tube. Oh
we should that actually move over Beyonce.
my god. Speaking of
It is Brexit. Kim Kardashian. Escalate. Is anything house?
Kim Kardashian wins. I love them trying to get into the trailer. Wait,
You know what that?
wait, look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Holy cow!
And Kim Kardashian. Fuck, I'm sweating.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. You know what, bitch? You know what that is? You know what that? I don't know what that was. But you know
That's
what that is?
drag.
That's drag.
That's drag.
That's drag. This is after a group number, and they're all trying to get us off the stage. That's drag.
Here come the winners. They shoot out of their street and strong. Mr. Boss Longbody. That whips along nicely.
Look at them. They didn't even find their way.
Charge from Winston. That is one.
Fast wiener. Oh, they're still coming. And they fail their way. It was so
These
cute.
precious little pup-
Also, like, after you need to go look at the ostrich racing, because, like, if you're not focused on the finish line, you'll see people falling off their ostriches. Oh my god, welcome back to the podcast, yeah. Oh wait, we didn't go away. Do you know who I am? Have you seen that video of, like, that guy, like, he must work at, like, Meta or something, or, like, some, like, AI company, and it's, like, him not getting into a club, and he's like, I'm taking over the world with AI, and your grandchildren are going to be using my AI, and, like, it was basically, like, do you know who my daddy is? Do you know who I am? And it was just, like, it was the saddest, it was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry, no matter how famous you think you are, I used to work in you know this, but I used to work in a restaurant in the UK. A lot of famous people would come in. Sometimes you don't know who they are. Maybe they're famous to some person and not to another. So, like, to say, do you know who I am? It's like, no, I don't. That's why we're having this conversation.
I didn't say that. I wasn't like, do you know who I am? Just no one gives a fuck. If you're not LGBTQAS plus, then he's not gonna know.
If he's not a chaser or like,
So like anyway, so I just said something that I shouldn't have, and I just walked away. But basically, I don't know. It was just kind of funny. And then do you know what I did? Because I'm an asshole, I tipped him $5 on the Uber when I got back.
Oh my god! Actually, I noticed like when I used to serve tables. Sometimes now I serve cut and looks, but when I was serving tables before, people used to be. Some people could be so rude, but then they leave the biggest tips. Like, it's like this thing that they're on. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna treat you like shit, and then I'm gonna give you this fat tip, and then I'm like, oh, I actually like you now. Like, the whole time I hate them, and then I see the tip, and I'm like, okay,
nice.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, so speaking of tips, what's the biggest tip that you've ever gotten as a drag queen besides like actual tips, like actual dick?
Oh, I think you meant like tips, like how to do better drag. Like, here's a tip.
No, I mean that's a good one too. But like for money, like what have you ever
biggest monetary
value tip?
Yeah. I would say like $100 bill. Yeah. I mean, we've gotten
$150 before
on a debit machine.
Yeah.
Which, like, when we were whoring ourselves soliciting.
Hustlers. We are hustlers. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. We do this little process where we moan for a tip. So like for every
we sell our bodies. Yeah.
Sell our moans.
Yeah.
It's fully clothed. We're just like orgasming as they tap the thing. We're like, oh yeah, harder. And they're like, oh, it's not working. Like, deeper. I'll just do it myself. And then we just like grab the card and stick it in and go.
It's so funny, and we're always like, okay, like what kind of moan do you want? Do you want like a whale shark moan? Do you want like a mouse, like
dying cat in an alley? Jennifer Coolidge, get creative at Christmas, Grinch. Because like if we're gonna slit our slits, then and go around with the debit machine and be like, hey, does anybody want a tip on the debit machine? You better have some goods to offer, right?
Better,
because that transaction could be like a little bit awkward to be like, yep, here you go.
Yeah,
like a server at a restaurant, you just
we don't do too much anymore because like I think if we were to do it, it would still be fine, but we focus our time and energy on like different things during the break now. Which is what we have to do.
We used to do that, and now now if people want to like support us even further, our merch is usually for sale at the gig and stuff. But I remember when we like we're starting drag or like starting our like rise to the top of the Ottawa drag scene. It would be like a hustle. Like it was a hustle. We would like go around to every single table and give them the chance. And if they didn't, if they're like, oh no, like I'm tipping you cash or I can't tonight and stuff, it was like no problem, move forward and stuff. But yeah, now we have our other ways of getting tips. What would you say is your aside from that, what's your best way to get tips at a gig? How what's your process? I mean, I don't feel like we think about it that much. We just go there and do it. But since I want to talk about tips today, I'd love to know like what like your strategy is for
I have a good one. So I told you this when you first started, and I tell all of our drag children this too. But like nothing irks me more when I see a queen or king performing and they just take money without
Oh my God, yeah.
without even making eye contact. Like, you will never see me just do that. Like, I will either I will give a wink, I'll give a smile,
Stop lip syncing and say thank you.
Oh,
I don't do that because I'm committed to the lip sync, but I love seeing an artist do that. I see Isis
Adrian is really good for that too.
Yeah, and just like full on takes a moment because, like, you know, it's drag shows are expensive to go to start with. The ticket costs money, the drinks cost money. People
tipping costs money, like all that stuff.
Tipping
like,
costs money, you know. So like whenever people like can't tip or don't tip,
the
and
Uber
stuff,
there, like it's a big
night
it's
out.
a big expense to come to a drag show because a lot of people know that when they do come to a drag show, they're going to be spending money. So that 1 month out, if they decide to spend that at a drag show, then like you better show your fucking appreciation.
Yeah, because like a lot of like some people might be rich, some people might not. So that like $5, $10, $20, whatever they pulled out for you, like they truly want to give that to you. And for like a performer to just like not even look at them and just grab and like walk away.
Yeah.
It's so rude. It's so rude. So like, showing your appreciation is a great way to receive the tip. I guess maybe there's not like much strategy that we consciously can think of when, like, I don't go to tip and be like, or I don't go to the gig and be like, here's how I'm gonna make tips tonight. I think it's just like
you just perform and you hope that the people that are there resonate with your performance, and you hope that they appreciate and get it enough to tip you, And there are some venues that tip more than other venues and other like type of events and stuff like that. But like, for example, brunches, people tip out of their hoo-has, like
I don't know why.
They're
usually more sober than a night show.
At Lookout, they tip a lot.
Yeah.
But it's because it's a sit-down show the first time, right? So
story times, I don't get shit.
Yeah, story times, you don't make anything.
I also don't do them anymore because it's terrifying to
it's scary.
to go to story times.
Yeah.
It's scary time.
Scary time, baby.
Yeah, it's scary time. I remember last time I was doing a story time, I was driving in full drag out of town into like a smaller town, and I go there and like I remember just being at like the traffic lights and being like, I just don't want the wrong person to like see me, because there was already like police outside the place and stuff because some people in the town made a big fucking stink about it. And it's just like, what do they think we're doing in there? Like what do they think is happening in there? Like, I honestly want like people to like come and...
Well, you asked that one time.
Outside of the NAC at the protest. I was just like, what
do you think's going on in there?
What do you actually think's happening in there? And and she's just been fed so much propaganda that it's obviously all fear based, and I think it's like fear of like a whole generation growing up to have more queer
freedom.
People. Because maybe they didn't get that freedom. I think with a lot of people, it's like they don't like seeing people living their best lives and putting themselves out there in a way that they might want to but never thought they could.
You know what I think a big part of it is? I think when people are forced to rewire the way they think and rewire the way that they were taught and rewire basically everything that they learned from when they were like just a little kid, they have to reach into themselves and be like, okay, this is what's causing that hatred. This is what's causing that grief of this change. This is what's causing that. And in order to do that, they have to deal with their own fucking trauma. Yeah. And they don't want to do that. Are you kidding me?
I feel like a lot of people are never going to deal with their traumas and stuff. And
they won't.
And I think that creates a lot of the conflicts you see in like a normal workplace where that asshole manager or that pissed off customer comes in and they're like, yeah, stop making my coffee fast enough, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Everyone's just...
Rachel, you're not doing my phone fast.
Well, she knows I'm fucking with her and joking. Yeah,
fucking. I'm just fucking with her.
She knows I'm gonna slide into her after and I'm gonna... Yeah. No, you're gonna put on the strap on and I'm gonna try that for the first time.
Thank God. But I think at the end of the day, it comes to reconstructing their belief system. And when people are forced to do that, they get scared. And they fight the only thing that is threatening them now,
And blame it on somebody, blame it on queer people and stuff. Yeah. But I think like a lot of people think drag story time is like a sex education thing. Like I can't speak for how every person does drag story time, but like I don't even get into like I do Q&A at the end and like some of the topics that we get into is more just like there's nothing about that like I don't.
Well, you know what too though, like I really feel like at the end of the day, it's why are you doing a Drake story time? It's not. I mean, obviously, it's to like teach love and acceptance and stuff like that. But the parents who are bringing their kids there are already teaching them that.
Yep.
The whole reason is to read, to
Yeah.
promote literacy.
Read the books, and you know,
what I mean?
if the
Like-
books say like some guys like to wear pink and some girls like to wear blue,
Yeah.
some people have two dads, like those are not crazy concepts that kids should not be learning.
Well,
you know,
exactly,
like
yeah.
it's ridiculous what some people think is
I'd love to do a Drake story time, but I actually can't read.
yeah. Well,
I just
stick to splitting your kitty on
I just
the
do the
floor.
pop-up books. Yeah. You know what I do? I just instead of like, reading a book, I just open up a Hannah Montana card from 2008, and it just sings. That's what I do.
Oh my god, did you have one of those? I want to
No.
I want to make a pop-up card where a penis pops up and it starts singing you a song and like it has a hat.
read that as a story time. Yeah, for sure.
No, for story time.
I love it.
For our story
You
time.
know what I do want to do though? I want to do an adult story time. I think that would be fucking hilarious.
That would be good.
That would be so funny. Imagine just having all the adults sitting there, and then you open a book halfway through. You know, read 3 of the pages and be like, smoke break.
Yeah. Well, let's just do it right here. Fuck it.
Are we?
Or we could like replace the words like once upon a titty there was a blank, you know, and just like put our own words in it. We're doing that. We'll do it at our next drag bingo, like when we can like
At
you know,
Nan's, that'd be fucking
Yeah,
hilarious. That'd be
yeah.
an adult drag story time.
That's
everybody
hilarious.
take
19
a shot.
plus.
Everybody take a
Shoot.
shot when they say
Yeah.
acceptance. Like,
Yeah. I love that. That's a great idea. Speaking of like toxic, you know, energy from people,
Right.
there was something I wanted to show you.
Okay.
It's on my phone, so I'll just take a break.
Yeah.
Send it to. Can we take a break and I'll send it to?
We'll take a quick break. All right, yeah. And
Well, because I'm from Russell, right? Me and my family.
who's Russell? Ooh. I'm Russell. That's Russell. It's me, Russell. Right, bitch, show me that video.
Okay, so first I'm going to show you the video for context, and then I want to show you for context. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wow. Work the world, diva.
So talented.
You're good, mama. Look the way that dress really say.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
Amazing.
She's how much? 5 years old. What the?
5 years old. Yeah.
That's insane.
So I'm gonna make the sound stop. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you like. So I was like, this post popped up on my feed, and like everyone's just saying the meanest things about a fucking 5-year-old, like fucked up things, really
do
fucked
you
up
mean?
things. Here, I'll read you some of other
Is it on
people's
Instagram or
comments.
TikTok?
This is scary. This is edited. Is she AI? Why is her head so big? I'm scared. Like literally, like no. Like you know how some comment sections are like it's like 50% positive, 50% negative. Like this person, a fucking 5-year-old kid who's so talented, working her ass off at dance. You know, her parents, whoever. I don't know how this video got up there. I don't know her backstory or anything. All I know is that this is just like a little girl at her dance recital, right? And she's having a great time and she's super talented. So I left a comment. I'm like, how can people say such rude things about a child in this comment section? Her face is not AI. She's focusing on form and choreography, and she's probably under 10. So pick on adults, please, and be a good person, as she's working as hard as any other athlete in sports you'd be cheering on, and not making fun of their focused facial expressions. So it's not just her facial expressions that people are like freaking out about.
Yeah,
like,
they're being just assholes all around.
so they're like, this is not what people are unsettled by. Her focus, not at all. I'm like, what are people unsettled by? I usually never engage in these things, but like, I just like, you know, I just want to like say my
What's the
piece.
fucking point, girl. Like, my God.
Well, this is where I get, like, this helps me understand what is in people's heads when it comes to drag story time and stuff, and like what people are saying. So first off, like, don't comment on people's bodies. The proportion of her head compared to her body is what I notice. Her head is not the right size for her body. None of them are. In my comment thread, under my comment, that much makeup on a child is gross. I blame her parents for the comments. And I'm like, y'all hear yourselves? Oh my God, she has a big head and stage makeup on. Mind blown emoji. The fact that she's 5-year-old dressed as an adult woman, because of this, it accentuates the fact that her head is naturally out of proportion to her body. If she was dancing dressed as a child, it'd be less creepy. Bottom line, over sexualizing a child. Let me guess, you don't agree. And I'm like, whoa! And then right before I get to, so I'm like, I don't think a skirt is a big deal. If you look at gymnasts in the Olympics or a tutu skirt in the Royal Ballet, do you consider that sexualization? It's not. It's the arts, and these are athletes who need stretch fabric and form-fitting stuff to be able to do their dance or sport. Also, you don't know the story behind what somebody's eating or not. Like, people are commenting on her rib cage and stuff like that. Like, I don't know those answers, but either do they. So we don't have to speculate. So I finished by saying, I think you're reading into it much. It's literally a dance video.
Yeah.
Kids take dance classes. That's how they dress, period. You're making it sexual when it's not. I'm not trying to argue. I just want people to recognize the bullying by speculating somebody's story that you know nothing about and making assumptions.
Hell yeah.
Some people are shaped oddly. It doesn't mean you get to comment on their bodies. And every few minutes I get another notification on that comment thread, and I'm just like, society.
Honestly, that's so true though, honestly. Like I feel like as soon, but here's the thing, right? It's like, is it men or women that are commenting that, or is it like a mixture of both? Because it's like,
I don't know. I don't really look at their profiles. They're looking at mine.
But it's not my fault that, you know, you're a grown ass man sexualizing this child.
Yeah,
sorry.
like literally, what about that video was sexual? Like, and they're like commenting on her makeup. She has a little bit of lip on and like mascara. And the reason that people do that for stage is because there's people far away and lights drown you out. When I was a kid and I was taking dance lessons, they put foundation on me and just a tiny little bit of eyeliner so you can see your eyes.
I'm a drag queen now.
I guess that was my first moment. Actually, no, my first moment when I was in the Wizard of Oz as a munchkin. In like there was like the big theater company in Ottawa called Orpheus. They were hiring munchkins. So I did that when I was a kid. And let me see if I can remember some. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing on here.
Like, we start doing our 8 count. Like.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, witch.
That's our next number.
Yeah.
My God, the way
I like the circus music.
You know, I feel. No, so I feel like at the end of the day, the people, you know, doing those comments are the same people who are disagreeing with like what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course they're
and they think our existence by putting on makeup is all about sex and that we're sexualizing ourselves. We can perform sexuality, but like some people do. Every drag race is different.
Yeah.
Your drag is very sexy.
My drag is very sexy, but at the same time, you know, I'll do bad romance here and there. I'll put a gown on and twirl to a song Firework when it's like a kid's show.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, here's the thing, right? It's, you know, if you're watching a Britney Spears video like I was when I was fucking, you know, 7 years old or 8 years old, I'm looking at that video not thinking anything, to be honest. I'm looking at that video being like, I like the music and dancing because Britney Spears is dancing. I'm not thinking, oh my God, I want to be a whore now. You know, like that's not like,
my first album was Eminem, The Real Slim Shady, like that album. I'm showing my age here. But actually, on that note, no, I got ID'd when I bought cigarettes today.
Oh,
yeah. He's like, no, I'm like, can't you see the wrinkles? I'm 31. And then he's like, no, you look young. I'm like, oh, the Botox is working. And then he asked me how much Botox is. Circling back, before I got off topic.
But yeah, so
my pterodactyl screamed at the guy.
Actually, you know what though? I find that, you know, being sexy for me in a drag performance, that gives me tips. That gets me hella tips. Like I just walk around and look at somebody, and they're like, you know, like they're ready. Yeah.
Or maybe not. Like I don't look at you and get turned on, you know, like but I see beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's not only about like the sexuality, it's about like the sensuality. You know what I mean? And there's the eye contact that you make with somebody while you're singing a song.
It's a performance.
Yeah.
You know, versus like at the strip club where people are going there to be aroused or, you know, maybe that side of entertainment. That's why people aren't clapping and cheering there. When we go to the strip club, we're like, get it!
I went to a strip club. I think it must have been like a year and a half ago. Like last summer or the summer before. And we literally are there. I think, were we in drag? I don't think we were in drag.
No, I think we were at a drag. We went with some lesbians and
Yes. Yeah,
and
we
a
went.
bunch of gays.
Yeah, and then we had this huge table, and as the girls are doing their thing and like doing their move, I'm taking notes. But as they're doing their things,
talent.
We're like woo, like
Yeah.
clapping, and they look over and they're like smiling.
Yeah.
They do more for us.
Yeah.
And then to the point where the guys in the front row with like raging boners,
They
were
start
just sitting
cheering.
there, they start cheering.
Yeah, let's create that culture. So we just have to spend the rest of our lives in
At a
every
strip
strip club in
Yeah.
the world,
Yeah.
start cheering, or
Yeah.
like maybe we can start that now. Because I did ask, I'm like,
Yeah.
girls, like, what's the etiquette? Like, can I cheer you on? Like,
Oh, yeah.
how do I tip you and stuff? And they're like, yeah, fuck yeah. I guess like, and who's the loudest at drag shows? Gay guys and women. They're like, yeah,
And whoever's the loudest at drag shows get the most attention from us.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like there's some times when we'll tell the audience when we come back from a break or something, we'll be like, okay, normally like sometimes we'll talk shit if an audience is like not good.
Yeah.
But you guys are really fucking amazing and we appreciate you. You know what I mean? Because there are some times when like more so in like our early drag career when we would go and like people they just aren't giving. It's not.
I feel like it's rare that the audience doesn't land now. I think maybe our problem is like we weren't landing before, or like,
I think
we
it
were
must have
just too
been- it
green,
must have
at the
been,
beginning of like, doing our own shows and stuff, and,
It must have been
and
something
hosting
like
and
that.
carrying a whole night,
Yeah.
like there was such a learning curve with that I feel like there's still a learning curve, but I feel like we got to a place where the audience feels safe with
Yeah.
us. They feel like they're in good hands
Oh, yeah.
and everything. But at the beginning when we're like, this audience sucks, I'm clearly perfect and there's nothing wrong with me and they're not giving me tips or money or applause. Maybe there was a reason.
I think there was, to be honest, but I do really appreciate that moment because we were able to like create like such a nice formula for our shows that
With so much
encouraged-
intention.
Yeah, with so much intention, and those intentions encourage tipping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we also like, a lot of people laugh when I say this, but I'm like, the only tip isn't money. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, you
applause
can-
is currency,
Applause
too.
is currency.
Currency is currency, but
currency,
applause is currency.
Give me Pokemon cards. Give me mini eggs. You know
Oh my
what I mean?
god,
Whatever the
we
fuck.
got earrings from somebody
Yes,
on
that's right.
stage,
That's
like
right,
at the
yeah.
Ortolano. I think it was that Naomi or
Yeah,
or-
she was. I forget her name exactly, but she's from Peterborough, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, comes up to the stage with a little box.
Yeah, with her
Open it.
box.
Yeah.
With her box.
Yeah, she was like,
That's
come get some of this. Hey guys, come and get some of this. Yeah, you like that?
Oh my god. But yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, a lot of
Tip me.
performers-
I put on makeup, now tip me.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot
that's the
of-
attitude with
yeah.
some new
A lot.
performers.
Don't even get me started.
No, let's get started.
Okay, yeah, let's get started. Let's get
What?
started.
Okay, but because we're talking about tips, I think like when I first started drag, I was saying yes to everything, whether it paid or not.
Yeah.
And I would be getting my money in tips, but like I was still investing in getting my drag started and everything like that. So like I was living with nothing when I first started drag. It was also the pandemic, so I lost my other jobs and stuff. So I was just like, so tips were like my way to get the coin. Now I see a lot of new performers starting. They're like, I just put on makeup, now pay me. And we, when we have new performers at our shows, like we don't say, hey, come perform for free. We still offer at least $50, $75. Come do one or two numbers, get some time on stage, get that experience, have some fun, learn how to like collect a tip and perform at the same time. Like all these little things like take time, get a following, figure out your costumes, figure out your makeup. None of that can happen overnight. Some people go really fast, like Caramel when she started drag, she just like,
She shot
became
up.
very polished, shot up, but she also had a huge background in dance. I shot up pretty quick because I was like 28 when I started. I already knew who I was as a person. I knew what I want to do,
Yep.
with Sunshine, and some people are slower burns. But I feel like the entitlement of like, I just put on makeup, now pay me.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate
But
that.
like now for us, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We put on makeup because we have a job to go to.
Yeah, we put on
And we're
makeup
going to get paid
because-
because we were hired.
Well, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're putting on makeup because we spent, endless hours producing a show, spent endless hours getting everything there, showing up for everybody in a new outfit sometimes. Like, honestly, like, I love, like, getting a new outfit, showing up for that audience of people. They might not know it, but I know it. that like they're the first ones seeing
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
seeing this outfit or seeing this type of makeup,
Yeah.
or like seeing this new part of myself.
Yeah,
And
you're
I
like
feel
baptizing that look.
Exactly, and like that energy, I think people understand right away.
yeah,
and
'cause they
get
know
it,
how
and
excited
know
you are,
it,
and they
know
feel it, yeah.
So I think, you know, at the end of the day, there's always gratefulness should always be the forefront of your performance.
Yeah.
You know, and you should always be
Oh my
grateful
god,
for all
I'm
those
so
people.
grateful for our audiences. Like
Yeah.
literally like women in the suburbs and stuff, like thank you.
Yeah,
The
they go
gay
nuts.
boys downtown, thank you. The like drag race fans, thank you. Like all these
Yeah.
people, like, you know, come and they want to see us, they get what they want,
Yeah.
and we have an audience to share our art with,
Yeah.
and that's
I
a
agree.
beautiful thing. So, you know, I'm grateful for where we've ended up in drag right now and finding our place in it and stuff. And
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's next.
So tips themselves can come in energy. They can come in the form of, you know, monetary value. They can also come in the form of gifts. But,
Yeah.
but they can also come in the form of advice. So what's the best tip that you
Tip for getting tips?
no, just tip about drag in general,
Oh.
or tips about like that type of career. What's the best one that you got, and what's the best one you
Don't
give?
forget to have fun. Don't
yeah.
forget to have fun. It's such a simple one, but like, you know, like you could be so prepared. You could have all the costumes, you can have all the things, all the choreography. You can hit every mark in a performance. But if you're not, like, if you forget to have fun, I wear my emotions on my face.
Same.
You know, so like, yeah, so like if I'm not feeling it or something like that, like it feels a bit off. So
Yeah.
my best tip that I've gotten is don't forget to have fun on,
Yeah.
on
Oh, yeah.
stage. And I still have to remind myself that constantly versus something like, you know, glue your wig down.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like, I relate to that in a sense because like when I get pissed, it shows on my face so easily. But I'm really able to recover
Yeah.
really easily from it.
You snap
like it
out of
shows
it.
on my face, then I'm like, and then I look over at someone and I smile.
Yep.
Like,
and
you know.
and you catch yourself like sometimes
Yeah.
like I actually like my last performance I did like I had like a mark in the song where I'm like if I like am forgetting to have fun, like this is the part that I'm hitting that I remember, like, you know, okay, that's where I need to find the joy in this, and then the smile and then the smile comes back because like
That's
that
another
stank face
thing.
when you're performing and thinking about stuff.
You know
like,
what? That's another thing. Smiling. Smiling. So many people are always like, oh, like I want to be fierce. I want to be this. I want to be that. It's like, no, bitch, smile.
You can
Even-
smile and be fierce at the same time.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Like even like when I do like my sexy numbers and when I like do some floor work and stuff,
you gotta
like
smile.
I'll notice somebody, you know, looking at me, and then I'll look at them, and then I'll just like smile really sexy and then complete like a move or something, and then that gets them insane.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I
like,
literally they like, start diddling themselves. It's great. Yeah, they're in the front row. They're in the front row. No, but it's true. It's true. Like if you make that, if you make that connection with an audience member, you know, they're gonna go out of their way to be like, oh, here, you know,
Yeah.
Because they honestly, some people wait for that too because they're shy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are shy.
Or sometimes like maybe somebody's seen you like a few times and stuff, or like your friends have seen you and stuff, but like when you come out and do something new, show a new side of yourself, a new outfit, like do something, they're like, oh my god, take my money, you know,
That's
like
another thing, and that's another good reason to constantly like build your art, you know, because people want to see development, people want to see like character development, people want to see a story with your drag and your art because they're not only following,
especially
your
at
art.
this point, like
Well,
in our
that's the thing.
careers. I think somebody new starting out, like master like exactly your like little niche and then repeat it, because half the time every new show you go to, nobody's heard of you or seen you before. So like, you know, like figure out those best few numbers. You know, for me at the beginning it was like it's Raining Men, Welcome to the Jungle and stuff, and like travel around with that and bring it everywhere, and don't try to do something new every performance, because you know you still have to create your bank of all the songs that you know and the choreography or
And your
whatever.
brand. And your
Yeah.
brand. Like, to be honest, like, I feel like it took me a while to figure out my brand, but the same essence was always
Yeah,
there.
Saltina's
know?
always been there, but Saltina's gone on a journey. You've
Yeah,
gone
Jesus
like
Christ.
how would I just oh my god.
Well,
My mom had a fun way.
mom.
My mom. My mom had a really funny way of describing your like us together at shows.
okay.
She's like, yeah, like you know, you're all campy and pretty and whatever and stuff. And Saltina's a futuristic goddess. And I think my mom nailed it. So
Oh my
so you're a
God.
futuristic goddess now. I think at the beginning you were like a manifestation of like, your interest in video games and anime and things like that.
Wow.
And then like in between there you've gone through like an alt.
I'm getting
phase.
shivers. Honestly, I am. Might just because the windows open.
Yeah.
but-
No, I'm fucking sweaty. Like those are goose butts.
Goose dicks.
Goose sticks.
Ostrich dicks.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel the goose sticks.
So you said a tip that you would give people. What's the best tip that you've gotten for drag?
I told you. Don't forget to smile. What's yours?
Mine is.
What's yours then, Trey?
I think the best tip I've given is to.
No, what's the best tip you've gotten from somebody?
The best tip that I've gotten. Oh my God, I'll have to think about this for a sec. I'm gonna explain the best tip I've given while I'm
Sure,
thinking
yeah.
about it. But the best.
She can
tip
multitask
that-
so well.
the
She's like
best-
thinking of the next thought. For me, I'm just like word by word, thought by thought.
Yeah, no, I think I think the best tip that I've given is perform with your face.
Yeah.
Perform with your face. I don't want to see no. You know what I mean?
I can't really do with my.
You know, like I don't want to see that shit. I want to see I want to see intention. I want to see like I can instantly switch my energy. I can go from being stupid and then I can switch it and be like
Stupider.
and now it's sexy. Now.
No,
You know what I mean? And then
sexy, yeah.
sexy, and then boom, boom, dance break, and then like I can make those different energies very apparent because they're part of myself.
Yep.
So I think, but I know that energies are part of myself. Whereas like other people, I think need to perform more to find those, right?
Yeah, like people who are like only give fierce or only give funny. Like it's so nice to see like other sides and the multidimensionality.
There you go. There you go. Did you get the answer?
I did.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ostriches were domesticated and only partly in South Africa in the mid-19th century.
Domesticated. Okay, so we can ride them.
19th century is
1800.
1800s. Okay, that would be long enough, I think.
I hope-
Horses must have been earlier.
Probably.
Yeah, they must have.
like probably since the beginning of time.
Beginning of time, in the Spartan era.
Well, other things were saying like in like early Egyptian, Roman, Greek times,
Oh, maybe,
ostriches
yeah.
were still like they kept them as pets.
I want.
Oh my god, I would love it. Yeah, that would be
wanna
so.
get
Should
one?
we adopt an
Oh my God, can you
ostrich?
imagine? It
And we can
becomes
take
our-
the feathers. Fuck, I lost a few feathers on my costume. Yoink.
You can be the mascot on our shows.
Wait, how do ostriches sound? Can you look up how ostriches sound?
Horses were domesticated 6,000 years.
No,
Okay,
what
so
do?
that-
But
that-
just so you know.
Oh,
that
okay,
makes- that
okay.
makes sense, that makes sense.
What do hey hey Rachel, what do Alexis, what do ostriches sound like?
Yeah,
I bet it is. The way that they're like trying to herd them into that
so
like
fucking
thing and they're like
so fucking-
like I can just imagine
Literally
it's
us at the
like
end of that's us going to the Uber after a drag show
yeah.
with all of our
Rachel and
suitcases.
Selena like come on, let's go girl. They sound like seagulls.
No, that sounded like
Let me
a horror movie.
I need to
Okay. Anyways, the best.
we just did that.
Okay, the light turns off. I'm gonna end this with the best tip that I've gotten,
Yeah.
and it was
Okay.
from yeah, for sure. For sure. The best tip that I've gotten was from Kiki. I forget what she said, but it was something along the lines of, look at the judges. You know, it was something along the lines of that.
Kiki's is mother. Kiki
Kiki.
gives such good
Oh my
advice. Like
Mother.
she told me to take like before the pageant was, she said, take your time on the runway. I think I took too much time.
You did, but it
I
was so iconic. It was so good. It was so
I
good.
took too much time. I'm like,
But you know what though?
then
Like,
my recording finished and I was still on stage.
I know, I saw
and I was like, fuck it.
oh, it was so good. But she said, you know, she said, look at the judges, but that translates to not only look at the judges, it translates to be
Well, the
confident.
audience is a judge
Yeah,
too.
it
A judge with money.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
And that's
Which is
the price.
Arguably more important. But it translates to eye contact. It translates to telling people a story. It translates to owning your confidence, owning your space, wherever the fuck you are, we're performing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, you're not only looking at the judges, you're looking at somebody looking at your art. And I think that's why some people don't make eye contact sometimes, because they don't want to see the reaction to the art that they're
Right.
insecure about.
Right.
You know? So if you own that, and if you fucking look at them right in the face and be like, yeah, I'm right here.
Well, here's the thing. My drag, I've always been like sometimes, like I'm actually at a point now where I'm like doing less eye contact. Because I'll be like doing a brunch and I'm like singing to people in the eyes a lot of time. But I feel like it's good to have a moment where you're like looking at nothing and you're just like in that
100%,
space, you know?
100%,
And
yeah.
I
It's acting.
I've lived away from that space and now I'm like coming
Nice.
coming back to it, because like before I've always like when I'm on a bigger stage and the lights are on me, I'm still staring right into the audience, you know, like
Yeah.
and now I'm just like
But you also know when to do that. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
like you know the you know. Stop. You know when and where. You know when and where. You know what I mean? When and where. You have like you have the moment.
okay.
So, yeah, I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and if anybody wants tips, please let us know. Don't touch me. You know, if anyone wants tips, you know, yeah, we'll tip you. As a
If you're
drag
good.
as a drag performer too, though,
I always
love
tip
tipping.
every single-
I love
yeah,
tipping at
yeah.
a drag show. I love it.
Brooklyn Heights has tipped me a few times.
She
and stuff.
has?
Apparently, she always tips, which is cute.
That is cute. That
I
is
like
cute.
that.
I love when the girls tip. I love. when the
I
girls
always tip new performers because, like, I feel like
It's validation.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I'm doing great. Okay, and now let's channel that into the rest of the number and stuff and stay
And I
positive.
also what I used to do. This is before, because like we you know, we share a lot of our tips and stuff. But this is before doing that. I would like give money to my friend to tip me at the very
yeah.
beginning to plan it, so it would snowball. People were like, oh, people are tipping this person.
I mean, honestly, I haven't. I did that like once when I
This
started
is
too.
pre-pandemic. This is pre-pandemic.
But like
honestly.
I actually, you know what? Like it's honestly not a bad idea, because we were talking about like audiences and stuff eating up. Sometimes it takes one person seeing another person tip to be like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Or like seeing a person like scream. Or you know, like embrace just having fun at a show, to be like, oh, this is like that environment where I
Yeah.
can like,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
go nuts and open my heart,
Oh,
my
yeah, so
whole,
cool,
and my wallet.
Yeah.
Cool,
So
crazy pants.
speaking of tip, I have to pee out of mine, so I'm gonna.
Perfect. Well, I guess I'll go wait on the other side.
Yeah, how about you pee? How about I sit down and then you pee in between,
We'll have a sword fight.
and then we can have.
If I aim wrong, you're getting a super soaker.
Yeah, well, that's what I want.
Perfect. She needs her shower today.
Oh my god! Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Village Idiots podcast. I'm Saltina.
I am Sunshine Glitterchild, the inventor of drinking water and a federal IPS agent.
I'm the inventor of staircases. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See you, see you later.
Goodbye.
Inhale!
Goodbye.
Bye.